Welcome back into the Enrichment Sports Source. This segment brought to you by the law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. Family law, criminal law, bankruptcy law, personal injury law, whatever you need, whatever your difficulty in life, whatever the case, turn to the law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. You will get a whole team of people behind you. Also, we want to show you the scores from around the league. Last night, South Carolina over Mississippi State. Georgia edges past Florida. Auburn takes care of Arkansas on the road. Missouri, Tennessee, you see there. Kentucky gets their second win of the year over Alabama State. And Texas A&M thumps UTEP. All right, Chuck Cavaleris, we're going to start with you. If you were a betting man, pause for laughter, where would you set the line? What would be the Cavaleris line for Auburn's visit to Tennessee next week?
Well, I tell you what, this is a game going into the season. You wouldn't have thought you would have such a good football team coming in here. Auburn is one of the hottest teams in the country, has moved up to the top 10 in both polls. And a key stat on Auburn is they have won 83 straight games when they've scored at least 30 points. They're definitely capable of doing that. The Cavaleris line would be Auburn by 7, and it is a noon kickoff on ESPN.
I'm impressed by the 7. That surprises me a little bit. I thought it'd be a little higher than that.
And it very well could be, but I think that's going to be a pretty good line all the way through.
Well, if that were on the road, it'd be much higher. Obviously,
yes.
Being at home, I think, helps them. Vince, I'm going to go to you. Give me a prediction for next week's game.
Well, I think I'd go Auburn's side on that line. I think it's low. And Auburn, their line with Arkansas was low too. I think they're an underrated team still. I think people are still slow to believe in them, but I believe in them. I think the offense with their versatile quarterback that can run, their receivers, Sammy Coates is one of the leaders in the country in yards per catch. They bring so much to the table. I think it's going to be tough. Auburn 38, Tennessee 20.
38-20. I'm going to go, well, I'm right on that. I was going to go 35-17, the same as the score they beat Arkansas with. They've got 4 different players this year, including Nick Marshall, their quarterback, who've rushed for 100 yards in a game. Yeah. 4 different guys have gone for 100-plus at one time or another. I wanted to see what Gus Malzahn could do without Cam Newton. He can do a lot without Cam Newton. I'm impressed. 35-17 Auburn. Bobby.
I would like to see our MVP kick a field goal at the end of this game to win it by 1 or 2 or 3, either one. Because
you'd like to see it.
That's what I'd like to see. So I'm going to say that's going to happen.
You're going to pick an upset.
I'm going to pick an upset.
All right.
By a little.
All right, by a little bit. All right, Sterling. No pulpit today, no cheerleader today. I know I'm going to take you out of your groove, but I do want, just seriousness, after last night, and after the last 2 weeks, it's been kind of a rough going after they beat South Carolina. Pretty rough these last 2 weeks. What reasons do Tennessee fans have for being hopeful against Auburn?
Well, I'll give them to you. Reason number 1, Missouri was given a lot of points on mental errors that can be corrected. We have other people playing the game right now who are second-teamers and third-teamers even. They had another week of experience on the road. They're coming home. They're coming to Neyland Stadium to play for our Vol faithful. With those mental errors corrected, football is a game of inches. I spoke about it earlier in the show. I believe some categories could have had 3s and 4s, had to deduct them to 1s because of mental errors. Had to deduct the passing game from a 4 to a 2 because of key drops and different pressures and people missing blocking assignments to make that happen. That's what I think can happen right now. We can really cut down our mistakes, get those inches when we're competing Saturday for victory.
And getting home with the home crowd.
Yes.
All right, guys, thank you all very much. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit of UT basketball as well. One of our basketball analysts joins us. Isaiah Victor will be back here next week, and plenty of UT football talk. Thanks for watching every week. We'll see you next Sunday right here on the Enrichment Sports Source.
The views expressed in this forum do not necessarily reflect those of WATE 6 or of 6 Sports. This has been a paid program.